So let's 3D model this figure. This figure has some flared portion over here wherein the readings or the dimensions can't be visualized properly. So we'll need to assume these dimensions. Rest off, this figure has this X mark which denotes the front plane over here. I would start the figure by designing or by drawing this side plane. So let's start by creating a new sketch in SolidWorks. So I'll create a new part over here, create a sketch, I'll select the right plane and I'll draw this cross-sectional area of that particular figure. Now let's say that this line and this line, they are horizontal, and say this line and this line, they are collinear. Now let's go ahead and dimension them. This I believe is 42, this should be 16, this should be 16, the dimension from here to here should be 50, and this dimension I'll assume it to be 20 since it's not given in the diagram, and this should be 6, whereas this and this line, they are equal. Let's go ahead and cross check it. So this is 6, this is 50, this is 16, 42 in height, and 16, this is the height of 16. We don't know this particular dimension since it is blurred off, so we assumed it to be 20. I will go ahead and I'll exit the sketch. Since it's fully constrained, I'll go under feature and say extrude boss base. I will extrude it to the length given over here in the diagram. The length is 62. So let's say that this is 62. Now I'll select the front or this particular top portion to top surface, and I'll create a sketch over here. I will go ahead and make a rough rectangle, and I will create a center line. Okay, so let's create a center line from here. Now what I'll go ahead and I'll do is that I'll say this line, this center line, and this line, they are symmetric. Now I'll go ahead and I'll dimension this to here. This I believe should be 9. Let's double check this. Yes, it's 9. Let's go back and let's say extrude cut. So let's extrude cut this. Now since we know the dimension of this complete height is 42 and this is 16, so this dimension should be 42 minus 16. Now there are 2 more cuts left, one on this plane, so we'll first sketch that. I will create a construction line first, and I'll create a triangular cutout or a triangle. I will say that this side of the triangle, the center line, and this side, they are symmetric. Now let's give it some dimensions. This should be 30 and this height should be 15. Let's go and check it out. This is 30 and this should be 15, which is pretty blurred out. So we are fully constrained. We can exit the sketch and then we will say that I want this extrude cut. I'll say through all. That's it. I'll select this plane. I will go normal to the sketch now. I will create a center line. Let's say that this center line is vertical. Now I'll just create this triangle around this center line. Now let's select this point and I'll say I want to merge them. So I can see the merge command, and this point, and I'll say I want to merge them. Now let's select this side, this side of the triangle and the center, and I'll say that they're symmetric. All I need to do is dimension. This I believe should be 15 and the height should be 9. So let's double cross that. So this is okay, so this is 18 and this is 9. It's better we had check the dimensions. So this is 18, not 15. Yeah, so let's exit the sketch. We'll go under features and say extrude cut, and I will say through all. So this particular figure is pretty much ready. This is how it should look when it's ready.